For this week's Smith Business Close-Up, we are on location at the University of Maryland, and joining us is Professor Hank Boyd, who is the Tizer Teaching Fellow and Associate Chair of the Marketing Department. Thank you for being with us.
It's great to be back.
You were involved in an NFL Entrepreneurial Bootcamp. What was that about?
We had one of our clients approach us, the NFL, and it was through our executive ed arm, and they said, we are looking for a guy to help some of our players. They're in transition. Some of them are retired, some of them are current players, but they're thinking ahead, after the NFL, what do I do next? I want to run a business. So we need a guy who specializes in marketing and also has some understanding of intellectual property. So the next thing I go, I knock on the door, and it's like, Hank, we think you're the guy.
And how did the program go? What was it like?
It went over like gangbusters. It was an absolute one of those milestones as far as my career is concerned. It took place in Baltimore. Now, you remember back in the early portion of March, it's from March 2nd through March 5th, we had our program. Snow was coming to town. And initially I thought, well, I live close, I'm in Howard County, I can just drive up, not a problem. But with the snow coming, they said, no, Hank, we need you to come in here, got to be here with the troops. And so I would go to the hotel, and we stayed on location for those nights and days, and it worked out very well in that regard. So we sat down with the players, I got to moderate a couple panels, I got to present classic sort of lecture format to the students, and it was more of an engaging back and forth. And that in large part had to do with where the students were in terms of their post-NFL careers.
You've been involved with a lot of business people, a lot of entrepreneurs. Are the NFL players different in some way? I'm thinking that you know, these are hyper-competitive people.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. You have this fire, this intensity that's always there, natural-born competitors. And so the way we set this up, not only would they learn your classic instruction, here are the concepts, here are the constructs that you need as far as running your business, but we set them up to say there'll be a sales pitch. You will compete, and the winning team, of course, will receive a prize. That's all you needed, and we had the right elements for a true Shark Tank sort of effect.
So Shark Tank is the TV show that many people have seen, where it's like a business plan competition, but staged for reality TV. Did the players come in with existing ideas, or they had to generate something in the program?
Well, to make sure everyone's on the same level playing field, if you will, we gave them the topics they had to work with. So they had 48 hours in which to come up with, here's your concept and what's your pitch going to be. And it was all on their shoulders. Now, they had a little help along the way. We had John Lapidus and Harry Geller who helped out from our residents as far as working with the Dingman Center, and so they are entrepreneurial experts, if you will, and they help coach the team, so that was a win-win for everyone.
You had Torrey Smith of the Ravens, wide receiver, University of Maryland graduate there. Do you see a big entrepreneurial future for these folks?
I see a tremendous entrepreneurial future for a lot of these folks, and in case of Torrey Smith, he gave a great presentation where he was talking about a luxury cologne, and it was a really good pitch, but in the end, Team Swag won. And Team Swag had something for the NFL zone for kids. And the way they came across with, here's our business plan, here's how we would engage, here's where we would offer this product, they won hands down pretty much. One
of the things I'm sure that is taught at the Smith School in entrepreneurial programs is that most entrepreneurial ventures don't make it. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering if people at this level, NFL players who have succeeded through high school, college, and pro football, are aware of the risk as well.
Risk in terms of business? I think they are keenly aware of the risk. They understand that it doesn't always work out as you plan, but to get there you have to have grit, you have to have determination, you got to be a little lucky. And so I think they understand that much more so than, let us say, someone who's saying, I had the typical career, I never was a professional athlete. But there is that awareness, once again, born out of the sport.
Very good. Professor Hank Boyd, thank you for being with us.
Well, glad to be back.